of the examples of what had happened in the UK, and I realise that we are in a very much more fortunate position than many of the countries you represent in having democracy, in having freedom, in having emancipation of women for so long. But there are now more women in employment than ever before in this country. There are more women-led businesses than ever before. And the gender pay gap is the lowest on record, although there's still much to do. It's been entirely eliminated amongst full-time workers under 40. But we know that too many women still take part-time jobs. There are too many women still in jobs which are below their levels of qualification. And that is something we must always seek to do. It's the endless conundrum of how you balance work and life, how you balance family commitments and caring commitments with your professional wish to carry on and do a job. So when it comes to women in leadership positions, now we had the great aim in the coalition government that we would actually end up with 25% of FTSE 100 company directors to be women. We haven't quite made that. It's 23.5%, I was told today. So we are quite close. But that is an enormous increase from 12.5% 4 years ago. So there are more women in those sorts of influential positions. And there were 44% of new public appointments for women, because that too is being monitored. Because too often there again, women either don't put themselves forward, or when they do, their profile doesn't seem to fit with what has been traditionally the accepted profile. So I think political determination can make quite a difference in this area, in increasing diversity. And of course, once you've got more diversity in organisations, that does encourage, that does become role models for other women to see that they too could be doing that same sort of thing. When we talk about violence against women and girls, which has been such an enormous campaign to try and influence that, and that does certainly apply in this country as well as in others. And we've now here got £40 million to specialist support services and helplines. There's new legislation such as Clare's Law, which allows women to check if their partner has a former violent record. There are a number of other things that the government is doing to try and ensure that women don't have to put up with violent situations, that there are ways in which they can escape a violent relationship. We're currently taking through the final stages in the House of Lords of the Modern Slavery Bill, and that is, and one of the issues which we've discussed at great length is the issue of the overseas domestic workers who come over here as part of a household, and their visa is linked into their employment. And what we are trying to do is find ways of ensuring that anybody who comes to work in this country in that capacity knows that in this country they do not have to put up with abuse and with no pay and with hours of work and no leave.